Hello everyone, welcome back to the Soulful Artist channel. So today I thought I'd do something a little funny, a little video to help other artists out there that are struggling, okay, during the COVID-19 crisis, okay? So I have 5 tips that might help you, which have actually helped me a lot during my creative fervor that I've been going through since this all started. I think a lot of artists are getting a lot of time alone. They're getting a lot of time to spend with themselves, getting their fingers dirty and doing whatever it is that they love to do that's creative. So my tips here will hopefully help you if you're running low on money and maybe think a little bit outside the box and give you something to do when you're maybe running out of ideas. Okay, so let's get started. My first tip is cardboard, right? Okay, I don't have to say this twice. I think a lot of artists, a lot of people who paint, a lot of people who draw, use oil pastels, certain mediums, maybe not so much on cardboard, but cardboard, if it isn't your best friend already, it will be now. So cardboard is now your new best friend. If you have old boxes, you know, all those Amazon boxes you might be getting, and use those to practice your art on. Use the cardboard, upcycle that, make cardboard pieces for people out there who just love cardboard. Cardboard is literally your new best friend right now. Okay, so my second tip is dollar store purchases. Yes. I'm not sure where you live, but there's probably at least one dollar store somewhere near where you live that's open. Or some kind of, cheap knockoff of Dollar Tree. Doesn't really matter. Maybe it's the $1.25 store. Here in the town I live, we have a store. It's called $1. It's actually $1.25 for everything, plus tax. But it's the dollar store. It's the cheapo store. So while all these amazing craft stores, if you're not purchasing online and you are going out, you happen to go out for your shopping and you go to the dollar store, some people are buying food at the dollar store because it's cheaper to get food there. You could pick up a pack of paper. You could pick up pens. They might not be the best pens. They might run out. They might be squiggly. You could pick up pencils, a whole bunch of different poster boards. There's cheap, if you spend $10 at a dollar store for art supplies and you're, on the cheap, dollar store. Okay, my next tip is nature. Nature is now your new best friend, along with cardboard, of course. Rocks. Okay, if you like painting, paint on rocks. Seriously, it's everywhere. The other is wood. Okay, and why I say wood is because near me is, if you live near nature enough, close enough, or you can pick up logs. I live near a beach, so I get a lot of driftwood. I can paint on that. It doesn't really matter what kind of wood it is. If it's a branch from a tree, you can paint on that. Okay, paint yourself a nice little magical staff if that's what you want to do. Anything. Okay, nature. Rocks, put them in your garden. I did that for a week. Every day I painted one rock. Okay, and then now I've got pretty things to put around in the yard. Nature is your new best friend. Now, for people who live in the city, who maybe don't have as much of an option, try to get some hookups. Okay, and what I mean by hookups is, do you know someone who works in construction? Do you know somebody that owns a store or a restaurant? They have wood. I'm going to tell you this. Don't get a woody for wood, but they have wood. Okay, they're going to have it. Whether it's pallet boards, okay, that can be, you can sand them down. You will find construction sites often have leftover beams and 2x4s and pieces of wood that they've cut down that you can actually paint on. Near my house here, there is a huge construction site where they just literally throw all their junk into a huge pile, and you just got to ask them. You just got to say, hey, I'm an artist. Is it cool if I have some of this garbage? um, and you might be surprised. They might give you something, or you can always steal it away in the night. I'm just saying. Some construction workers, some sites, they will have junk. You can find junk that you can paint on. There are things you can paint on if you're running low on supplies because of everything that's going on right now. Okay, that out of the way. My next tip is using the supplies you don't want to use. I've known a fair amount of creative people, and I do this myself. There's like supplies that I don't touch because either they weren't the best quality, or they were supplies that they didn't have the colors I liked, or maybe the paper was too rough, or use it. Use the crap. Use what you think you weren't going to use, that you kind of shoved in the back of your shelf, or, whatever you said, oh, that's not, I don't want to use that. Use it. Use all that you have, even if you're cutting it down into little shavings, it doesn't really matter. Use those crappy supplies, those oil pastels, that tiny little bit of charcoal you've got left. Use it. Okay? This is a good time to use it. All right? My last tip, number 5, is other people. Say what? Other people. What I mean by that is painting, drawing on other people. If you've never done body art before, now's a good time to learn. If you've never bought body paints, I'm sure you can buy some on Amazon. It might take a while to get there. Okay, you can buy some online. Check out Jerry's Artarama. I'm not sure if they do body paints, but there's even washable paints that you can wash off of people. They just need to have a shower. If you want to paint people, there's plenty. And if you're in quarantine, okay, if you're in your house and you've got a couple people and they might say, oh, stay away. But really, if these are your family, if these are people you're seeing on a daily basis, you can paint an arm. That's my other tip. You can paint an arm, you can paint a foot, and it's fun. You can paint a face. So if you need to get your creative fix, that is an option. I just thought maybe, mannequins. That would be interesting to paint. A whole mannequin. So those are my tips. Hopefully they'll help others out there that are trying to be creative in this time. If you have any other tips, let me know, because I'm always looking for ways to upcycle things that I create, and just let me know. I would really love to know this. Okay, have a great day, everybody.